Are you investing in digital marketing? Do you know if your brand is protected? Hi, my name's Mark Kanty with another practical strategy to release the full potential of your business. Let's have a look. So I was listening to the radio this morning and I heard yet another ad for a company called Super Plumber. So I wanted to use this as a great case study and as an example of how your brand may or may not be protected, and whether your investment in marketing, be it traditional marketing channels like radio, television, newspaper, magazine, or digital marketing channels, are actually producing results for you and are actually protected in terms of getting you the maximum return that they possibly can. So let's use Super Plumber as an example. I heard their ad on the radio this morning, and of course, as most radio ads do, they said, please Google us, search for superplumber.com. So let's do that. Let's look at Super Plumber. Let's just put that in and see what comes up. So here we go, Super Plumber. This is fantastic. So we can see here that Super Plumber, I live in Victoria, so the Victoria branch shows up. This is great. They have lots of positive reviews, 4.5 stars. That looks fantastic. Now, if I happen to be at work or I happen to be at home and I actually still have a desktop like I do, then my search might look something like this. But what about the 50, 60, 70, 80, 90% of people who are going to hear that ad and go, gee, that's exactly who I need right now. I got to call Super Plumber. Let me type that into my cell phone and see what comes up. So let's have a look over here and see what comes up. So we'll do this little search and have a look. Hopefully my phone will start to produce here in a minute. Give me a second. Come on. Let's try this again. Oh, we're in the wrong window, that's why. So let's go home. Let's go to Google. That'd be a better place to start. Okay. Super Plumber, and there it is right there. So let's look for that and let's do a search. So here we go, Super Plumber, Wade Roberts Plumbing, waderobertsplumbing.com, call. Now if I were to call that number, click that, I'm gonna cancel that, but that's obviously a direct call on that search, I'm sorry. So think about this for a moment. Let's look at this and say, first of all, if I was in my car or walking or anywhere for that matter, and I pulled out my smartphone, my cell phone, maybe even my tablet, and I did a quick search because I needed to find a plumber and I was looking for Super Plumber, would I have even noticed that this was in fact not Super Plumber? This is Wade Roberts Plumbing, but very clever of Wade. He's used that in his address bar, and this tells us two things. First of all, that Wade's very smart. He's actually taking a competitive strategy here and moving in on turf. So how many people are calling Wade Roberts when Super Plumber is actually doing the advertising? Let's look a little further here. So the next one down here is Mr. Rooter. Well, I can tell pretty quickly that's not Super Plumber, but again, I might have forgotten about Super Plumber by now and thought, oh, well, I've heard of Mr. Rooter. Maybe I'll call them instead. Let's go a little further. Roto Rooter Plus. Well, there's another one. That kind of rings a bell too. Maybe I'll call them. And of course, they have the click to call buttons here. And finally, I get down to Super Plumber. Now, how many people would go that far? I don't know. We'd have to measure that and find out. But we do know one thing. A number of people, a sizable percentage of people, in fact, a trackable number of people will actually click the first number that they see to call, especially if it's an emergency. So here's Super Plumber investing a great deal of money in their radio advertising, and they're not protecting their brand. So if you'd like to learn how to protect your brand, or you'd like to use this as a competitive strategy, give us a call at Release Dynamics. My name is Mark Kanty, and it's been a pleasure helping you with this practical strategy today.